This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and here are the best camera settings for the iPhone 17 Pro and the Pro Max. First off, go to settings, from here go to camera. Leave camera as is, photographic styles, leave it as standard. You can copy all the settings that I have on screen, 4K 60 frames per second, so you can have the nicer resolution, but also the capability to slow down to 30 frames per second in post-production if you ever want to slow down your footage. Record slow motion 4K 120 frames per second, record cinematic at 4K 30 frames per second. Record sound at stereo, just so that it's more compatible with all the different devices that you have. Most compatible for just more flexibility in post-production. Photo mode at 24 megapixels. Enable ProRAW and resolution control. ProRAW format, the most compatible, just for more capabilities in post-production. Video capture, Apple ProRes, turn it on, and ProRes encoding into log if you want that features and have those possibilities in post-production. And here I would highly advise that you're using grid and level to make sure your photos and videos are the way they should be, not have to regret when looking back on the photos. When we open up the camera app, you can use JPEG at 24 megapixels, and when using RAW, I highly advise using 40 megapixels for the extra resolution when editing in post-production. In terms of other settings on the styles, my go-to setting is the standard, but my secret recipe here is a little bit lower tones like -30 and a little bit more color like +20. Thanks to this, you're gonna have better quality photos that look just a little bit more like a professional camera. Instead of having that phone photo, you get a little bit more something along the lines of a normal traditional camera. But you can play around with those as much as you want. For video, I highly recommend setting at 4K 60 frames per second. If you have the capabilities and external SSDs, you can play around with log formats. One pro tip, if you want to have even more control when you're making videos with your iPhone, I highly advise checking out the Blackmagic camera, where you can actually set it up to make it not only flat picture profile, but also with your custom shutter speed and all of those different settings.